Many marriages would be better if the husband and the wife clearly understood that they are on the same side. Confidence is going after Moby Dick in a rowboat and taking the tartar sauce with you. It is your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude. Spend time with those you love. One of these days you will say either, "I wish I had," or "I'm glad I did." People who have good relationships at home are more effective in the marketplace. You cannot tailor-make the situations in life, but you can tailor-make the attitudes to fit those situations. When you encourage others, you in the process are encouraged because you're making a commitment and difference in that person's life. Encouragement really does make a difference. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. It was character that got us out of bed, commitment that moved us into action, and discipline that enabled us to follow through. I believe that persistent effort, supported by a character-based foundation, will enable you to get more of the things money will buy and all of the things money won't buy. Others can stop you temporarily. You are the only one who can do it permanently. Sometimes adversity is what you need to face in order to become successful. Winning is not everything, but the effort to win is. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Goals are dreams we convert to plans and take action to fulfill. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Every choice you make has an end result. Put all excuses aside and remember this: you are capable. Isn't it amazing how much stuff we get done the day before vacation? Remember that failure is an event, not a person. Lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem. We all have 24-hour days. One of the greatest disasters of our time is our universal acceptance of the word tolerance as a great virtue. It's not what you've got, it's what you use that makes a difference. Discipline yourself to do the things you need to do when you need to do them, and the day will come when you will be able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them. For 24 years of my adult life, by choice I weighed well over 200 pounds. I say by choice because you see, I have never accidentally eaten anything. Be grateful for what you have and stop complaining it bores everybody else, does you no good, and doesn't solve any problems. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there. Most of us would be upset if we were accused of being silly, but the word silly comes from the Old English word selig, and its literal definition is to be blessed, happy, healthy, and prosperous. Research indicates that workers have 3 prime needs: interesting work, recognition for doing a good job, and being let in on things that are going on in the company. Any relationship primarily built on physical attractiveness is predestined to be short-lived. A goal properly set is halfway reached. We aim above the mark to hit the mark. Regardless of your past, your tomorrow is a clean slate. You can choose what you want to write on that slate. You cannot change the past, but your future is spotless. You can write on it what you will. How you see your future is much more important than what has happened in your past. If people like you, they'll listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. I will live a hope-filled life every day. I will handle my problems as opportunities in a different, more effective manner, based on the power of advanced mathematics. You plus God equals enough. There will always be people in your life who treat you wrong. Be sure to thank them for making you strong. When you make a promise, keep it. When you set goals, something inside of you starts saying, let's go, and ceilings start to move up. Setting goals helps bring your future into your present, and the present is the only time we can take action. Unless you have definite, precise, clearly set goals, you are not going to realize the maximum potential that lies within you. Problem solving becomes a very important part of our makeup as we grow into maturity or move up the corporate ladder. A productive employee who is kept busy working at his board or her job is far more likely to be happy at that job and less likely to look for employment elsewhere. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see farther. Take time to be kind and to say thank you. Money won't make you happy, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. You need a plan to build a house. To build a life, it is even more important to have a plan or goal. Positive thinking will let you use the abilities, training, and experience you have. May you see sunshine where others see shadows, and opportunities where others see obstacles. Be helpful. When you see a person without a smile, give them yours. The chief cause of failure and unhappiness is trading what you want most for what you want right now. If you can dream it, then you can achieve it. Husbands and wives, have fun with each other. I'm convinced it makes all the difference in the world. If you want to achieve your goals, help others achieve theirs. The foundation stones for a balanced success are honesty, character, integrity, faith, love, and loyalty. A lot of people quit looking for work as soon as they find a job. Life is too short to spend your precious time trying to convince a person who wants to live in gloom and doom otherwise. Give lifting that person your best shot, but don't hang around long enough for his or her bad attitude to pull you down. Instead, surround yourself with optimistic people. God never shuts one door without opening a bigger, better door. Hang in there. You are closer to success than you may think. A narrow mind and a fat head invariably come on the same person. Everybody says they want to be free. Take the train off the tracks and it's free, but it can't go anywhere. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, capitalize on what comes. Boats in the harbor are safe, but that is not what they are meant for. You will never find a truly happy, self-centered person. They simply don't exist. It takes energy, mental toughness, and spiritual reinforcement to successfully deal with life's opportunities and to reach your objectives. If you don't see yourself as a winner, then you cannot perform as a winner. Of course, motivation is not permanent, but then, neither is bathing, but it is something you should do on a regular basis. If you learn from defeat, you haven't really lost. Getting knocked down in life is a given. Getting up and moving forward is a choice. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. When you are tough on yourself, life is going to be infinitely easier on you. You don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business. For every sale you miss because you're too enthusiastic, you will miss 100 because you're not enthusiastic enough. Statistics suggest that when customers complain, business owners and managers ought to get excited about it. The complaining customer represents a huge opportunity for more business. Every sale has 5 basic obstacles: no need, no money, no hurry, no desire, no trust. The only thing worse than training employees and losing them is not training them and keeping them. The one thing coaches cannot tolerate is the individual who grows arrogant because he excelled at a lower level and believes he has nothing else to learn. If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. Being productive gives people a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that loafing never can. The basic goal-reaching principle is to understand that you go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you will always be able to see farther. The first step in solving a problem is to recognize that it does exist. Make today worth remembering. If you're sincere, praise is effective. If you're insincere, it's manipulative. Ability is important in our quest for success, but dependability is critical. Our business in life is not to get ahead of others, but to get ahead of ourselves. Repetition is the mother of learning, the father of action, which makes it the architect of accomplishment. Selling is something we do for our clients, not to our clients. There are no traffic jams on the extra mile. You can disagree without being disagreeable. Hope is the foundational quality of all change, and encouragement is the fuel which keeps hope alive. New information makes new and fresh ideas possible. The elevator to success is out of order, but the stairs are always open. Your failures won't hurt you until you start blaming them on others. You do not determine your success by comparing yourself to others. Rather, you determine your success by comparing your accomplishments to your capabilities. Outstanding people have one thing in common: an absolute sense of mission. In the blink of an eye, everything can change. So forgive often and love with all your heart. You may not have that chance again. When you choose a habit, you also choose the end of that habit. Always remember that your present situation is not your final destination. The best is yet to come. The first step to getting what you want is to have the courage to get rid of what you don't. A man of ability and the desire to accomplish something can do anything. It's easier to explain price once than to apologize for quality forever. Nobody on the face of the earth can make you feel inferior without your permission. The most important persuasion tool you have in your entire arsenal is integrity. If you are a complainer, you might have already spent your help quota. You cannot climb the ladder of success dressed in the costume of failure. You never know when one act or one word of encouragement can change a life forever. A smart salesperson listens to emotions, not fact. Our daily objectives should include an honest effort to improve on yesterday. Send out a cheerful, positive greeting, and most of the time you will get back a cheerful, positive greeting. It's also true that if you send out a negative greeting, you will, in most cases, get back a negative greeting. Simple smile, a cheerful hello, or a word of encouragement, it's amazing what an impact you will have. Surround yourself with those who see greatness within you, even when you don't see it yourself. Yesterday ended last night. Today is a brand new day. We build our character from the bricks of habit we pile up day by day. Motivation is the spark that lights the fire of knowledge and fuels the engine of accomplishment. It maximizes and maintains momentum. With integrity, you have nothing to fear, since you have nothing to hide. With integrity, you will do the right thing, so you will have no guilt. Be helpful. When you see a person without a smile, give him one of yours. If you have enough push, you don't have to worry about the pull. All bad habits start slowly and gradually, and before you know you have the habit has you. Asking the right question and listening to the answer is a great relationship builder, which is important to the persuasion process. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Be careful not to compromise what you want most for what you want now. When your image improves, your performance improves. Your thinking today determines your performance today. Doing your best is more important than being the best. Whatever happens, do not lose hold of the two main ropes of life, hope and faith. With definite goals, you release your own power, and things start happening. Success comes from repeated efforts, day in and day out. You learn from your mistakes, make adjustments, and continue pressing forward until you achieve the results you desire. Hard times always uncover the basic goodness and evil of the day. When you catch a glimpse of your potential, that's when passion is born. In many ways, effective communication begins with mutual respect. Communication that inspires, encourages others to do their best. A solid foundation for children involves a solid moral base. When you've got a solid commitment and solid objectives, you've got a much better chance of reaching your goal. If you want to earn more, learn more. I was in that part of the class that made the top half possible. Reading has been the fuel of my motivation. It has changed the direction in which I have traveled, and it has enhanced my creative imagination more than any other activity I have ever pursued. Encouragement is the fuel on which hope runs. People often complain about lack of time when lack of direction is the real problem. The greatest enemy of excellence is good. Failure is a detour, not a dead-end street. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people have is when they take a bite out of you. Don't let the mistakes and disappointments of the past control and direct your future. Most of the problems in life are because of two reasons: we act without thinking, or we keep thinking without acting. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Champions invariably have fervent philosophical beliefs. Philosophy, in its simplest terms, means the love of wisdom. I have too many flaws to be perfect, but I have too many blessings to be ungrateful. Start your child's day with love and encouragement and end the day the same way. There's never been a doctor who served many patients who, despite their best efforts, did not lose some of them to death, but they understood that was part of life itself. Success is dependent upon the glands, sweat glands. Motivation is the fuel necessary to keep the human engine running. The result of information overload is usually distraction, and it dilutes your focus and takes you off your game. Making the family a top priority will invariably bring success. If you go out looking for friends, you will find they are very scarce. If you go out to be a friend, you will find them everywhere. Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. The door to a balanced success opens widest on the hinges and encouragement. Success means doing the best we can with what we have. Success is the doing, not the getting and the trying, not the triumph. Success is a personal standard, reaching for the highest that is in us, becoming all that we can be. It's not what happens to you that determines how far you will go in life. It is how you handle what happens to you. Of all the attitudes we can acquire, surely the attitude of gratitude is the most important and by far the most life-changing. When you develop a game plan to get what you want, you will develop a belief that you can get it. Ability can take you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. What you do off the job is the determining factor in how far you go on the job. Your understanding of what you read and hear is, to a very large degree, determined by your vocabulary, so improve your vocabulary daily. The best way to make your spouse and children feel secure is not with big deposits in bank account, but with little deposits of thoughtfulness and affection in the love account. Money isn't the most important thing in life, but it's reasonably close to oxygen on the got-to-have-it scale. When you choose to be pleasant and positive in the way you treat others, you have also chosen, in most cases, how you are going to be treated by others. Courage is on display every day, and only the courageous wring the most out of life.